Welcome back to Tabletop Nights. This is mission 2, Reichman for the job for Reichbusters from Mythic Games. Had a couple of heroic points left over to spend from the first game, and I spent both on Claudine. So I gave her stand down with the defensive one, and I gave her rage with the wild card. So rage allows you to spend a special to add 2 dice, once per melee attack. And stand down allows you to spend a special to negate all damage. So she's my tank. Claudine is going to be my tank for this mission. What we need to do is get from here to this little scientist up the back here, and we have to lead him out that door. Now I'm not sure why he can't just sort of turn around and walk out the door, but obviously this big 601 creature is trying to stop him. So that's the mission. Our plan is to go straight up the middle as fast as we can. If we make noise, hopefully that'll unlock these doors. Use that as a bit of a strategy. But we'll see how we go. But we don't want too much noise early on, so I'm going to start off with my good man, Quentin. He's going to open this door. There's nothing on the other side of this door other than a big empty space. And Quentin says, "Hello, good show." Fabulous. But he still has to roll. He rolls a 1. The noise die says discard 1 card or add 1 die to your total. All right, let's add it. Just don't make it a star. 2. Done. That's his turn. One basic action. There's his second basic action. Quentin is done. Okay, Sarge. Do Sarge. Yes, I'm going to use Sarge. His first basic action will be to move in here. And then he's going to attempt to open the door. Well, he's going to open the door. I don't know why I keep saying that. Now, there's been some conjecture about whether I definitely spawn this one, but do I spawn the one that's in the area behind? My theory is yes, you do, because Red Hawk also has an accurate weapon, which allows her to draw line of sight through enemy targets. So I'm assuming she can pass that intel onto the other guys and say, guys, there's a guy up the back there. So I'm going to do that, at least in this mission. So let's spawn the first dude. What do we have? B and a C. So it's a soldier and a zombie. Now zombies have the meat shield keyword, which means you can't make ranged attacks against anything else first. You have to go through the zombies because, you know, see the soldier, he's hiding up there behind the zombie. All right, and the other guy up the back. If you can hear some clip-clops in the background, that's just my dog's claws hitting the wooden floor. All right, next one. An A and a B. A and a B is an officer and a gentleman. Okay, and the officer's definitely going to be hiding up in the corner because they won't move into areas where there are heroes, and they'll actively try and avoid the heroes too. So now they were all at ease, so now they're suspicious. So Sarge has done 2 basic actions. Will he start shooting and make more noise? Well, he's got Quentin with him, so Quentin can help. Maybe Quentin should have been loosing some arrows, but that's too late now. Now you can do, anyone can always do unarmed combat, which is just 1 attack die, but that's got to be in melee, and if he goes in on his own, then he's a bit stuffed. And Quentin doesn't actually have any support cards at the moment, so this isn't going quite the way I chose. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play I Got This. Each hero on the same or an adjacent tile may move 1. So an adjacent tile is this one, so I'm just going to get these 2 to come in to catch up. And then he can make 2 +1 lethal attacks. So he's got a lethal, versatile little gun anyway. Lethal just means blanks can be re-rolled. Versatile means he can use that in the same area as himself. Or it's a bit early for burst, but do I want to make sure of it? No, I'm just going to do the two lethal attacks because it's only going to be 2 noise. So he gets to roll 3 dice because it's a +1 lethal attack. So we're aiming obviously at the zombie first, and now hopefully we've got more support from cards from the other guys. So that's 6. Zombie has a strength of 7, so I need 1 more. Where am I going to get that from? Alright. So, the fabulous Claudine will add in this little star here as a contribution. So that basically adds 2, and we get to roll again. Didn't do anything anyway, but the zombie's gone. That's a start. Still got my second attack now, so again it will be 3 dice using his pistol. Wow, that is rubbish. No one else has supporting cards at the moment. I think I should shuffle and restart, but I won't. Sarge does have squad leader, which means he can contribute cards to heroes on an adjacent space as well as his own. But that's the end of I got this, which he didn't really got. He didn't got that at all. Quentin. So these guys become alert. Okay. Time for the fabulous Claudine, I think. Again, she doesn't have many cards though. This is a bit painful. I think Claudine will first draw 2 cards as a basic action. She'll then use Vengeance, which allows her to move 1 space for free per turn if it's into melee. Ah, dear. So now she will do a she's going to use her precise little knife here. Precise means blanks can become 1s. Again, there's no supporting cards here at all, so this is really bad. I think I forgot to roll for Sarge's pistol too, so I better do that before you all scream at me. So that's a 2. Total of 3. Let's check what the noise says. Re-roll a blank. There is no blank, so nothing happened. So there you go. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I didn't do it. Oh, Claudine. All right, so she's going to use her precise knife, which is just 2 dice, to see if she can get rid of this soldier. So she does have rage, which is once per melee attack she can spend it to add 2 dice to the total. So she still gets her 2, and she gets to add 2 dice. So stars, specials always count as 2 on an attack die, and then you can use it for an effect. Now 1 might be to add 1 die, but instead I'm going to use the 2 die because of the rage. Alright, so there's 2 there. So that's enough to kill the soldier anyway, which was all I needed to do for that point. Now, she'll play aggression, which is in either order, move 1 and make an attack. So she'll move 1. Now, I should have also had a look in these packing crates while we're here. So heroes in this area roll 2 defense dice, 2 noise at the end of their turn. And you may use dog biscuits in this area to discard the feature. Okay, so there's some little dogs. It's a dog cage, so dogs sniffing around. Interesting. So even with her knife, she's going to have to roll 2 noise. It is what it is. So she's done her move. Now she's going to make her attack. Now her attack's still going to be with her precise knife. Whew. So she's still only done 1 basic action. So what do we get? Wow. Wow. That's pretty rubbish. Now they can become 1s, but that doesn't really help because of the precise nature of the dice. Alright, so that's spent, and there was no noise because it's the noise of the weapon because of the question mark, and in this case it's a 0. Oh man. Alright, so now she's going to make a +1 melee attack on each unit in the area. So we have to go for the soldier first. You can't go for the officer. She will spend that 2 and add 2 dice to the roll, so that'll just be these 2. So that's enough to kill a soldier, and I'll use the effect to make him drop some gear. So he's gone. I nearly threw Claudine out there. Now down to the officer. He only has a strength of 3. So here's my +1 melee attack. That's also enough to kill him and make him drop some gear. So he's done. So now, due to the dog cages, I have to roll. Oh, he's at the end of her turn. Let's just check first. I think that's going to be the end of her turn. Can't see what else I'm going to do. But we've cleared those 2 areas. Don't have any dog biscuits, so I won't be negating that. So we've got to roll 2 noise. Wow, okay. That's 3 so far. 4. Come on, Claudine. You can do it, baby. Discard 1 card, and then we don't hit the threshold. So she'll discard hatred. So she only has 2 cards left. Did I do my second basic? Someone tell me. So she did a vengeance move, then she did a move in for the second guy, then she did attack, attack, attack. She still has 1 basic action left, I think, so she's going to draw 2 cards again. So I don't believe she made another basic action. If I get that wrong in the video, guys, sorry. It's a bit hard to keep track of everyone when you're playing 4 characters. And I need every little bit of help I can get. So the only one who hasn't gone so far is Red Hawk. She will use she'll use +1 to a basic move, so she's going to move 1, 2. Or is she? Oh, hang on. No, she's not. She'll stop there. Just use a basic action. And then she'll draw 2 cards for her second action. Because I don't really want to be rolling for noise again, although it would help get through some of these doors, to be honest. So that's just the end of turn 1, I believe. So there's no one alert on the board, so nothing happens there. The round track goes to 2. I think this is one of these missions where you want to get out before the alarm, if at all possible. You have to. All right. Now, I think Quentin's going to try and unlock. Oh, this is so noisy. Oh, man. This is where you go, should I have gone the other way? That's okay. That's all right. We haven't made any noise so far. All right, Quentin is going to do this time a +1 basic move. So he will go 1, 2. So that's advance, or advance, as you might like to see, advance. I've got Quentin as a British soldier, don't know why. Quentin sounds kind of British. Right, so he's going to unlock this door. He has to roll 3 noise dice. Now it gets interesting. So this will be his second basic action. Ho ho. Mwah, Quentin. That's superb. Discard 1 card. Okay, I'll do that. But no enemy patrol. Now, to be honest, you'd think I might have stopped the video, faked this, and just rolled that 7 times till I got the right one. But that's not what happened. I promise. I promise. So he's done that. That's the end of his go. Now he's got to roll again, because we don't have any dog biscuits. Unless someone picks up some of that gear. Maybe that gear's got some dog biscuits. But he's just got to roll for his dog cages now. Now Quentin can re-roll because he's got stealthy, so for non-combat noise rolls, but I think he'll stick with 3. And we have. Discard 2 cards or add 2 dice to your total. Oh, ugh. Now he's only got his 2 feet cards left. Can I get away with 2 dice? He can do 1 re-roll. Alright, let's give it a go. We're going to add the 2 dice. Boom! It's a lusty 5 there. He did it. Well done. You didn't even disturb the pooches. That's fantastic. Alright, so who's next? I think I'll get Claudine, maybe. I've been a bit lucky on the noise rolls. But I could get her to pick up the gear. It'd be good to get some... No, you know what? She's going to try and open that door. Claudine will try and open the door. So... Good luck, Claudine. 3 dice. Oh. No, it's not the same roll I did before. I promised that was a fresh roll. Re-roll a non-blank. So I get to re-roll the 1. Come on. Ho ho ho. Silent killer. Love Claudine. Now I've played this through by myself about 4 times so far, and every time it's absolutely gone rubbish. And you've got patrols everywhere, everything on the board spawns. It's an absolute massacre. I tried one where I threw, all this group here came into here, because I'm assuming the lead scientist has to stick with the group for protection. I threw in a grenade, he can take 2 wounds, but then the tracking bomber blew up for the 2nd wound and I killed the scientist, which was just stupid. Alright, so I don't think she wants to have any more noise. So for the moment, I'd like to draw cards, but I don't want her to be in there and have to roll for noise. So she's going to move in here on her own to this little guard point. Oh man, that is so intense. I'll put Claudine over here so you can see her on the big camera. So she's in there waiting outside that door. So if I keep rolling noise rolls like that, this will be the biggest non-event you've ever seen. You might cheer for me or you might hate the gameplay. I'm not sure. Right. I would like to try to pick up some gear. But again, I'm trying to do the fastest sprint I possibly can. So she's done her 2 basic actions. Red Hawk. She has a +1. What can Sarge do? I think Sarge will go next. He's going to draw 2 cards. And he did get advance, so +1 to a basic move. But that's going to put him in the noise territory. Don't particularly want to do that. I want to avoid that at all costs now, because I don't need to have that problem. So he's drawn 2 cards for 1 basic action. Then he'll just move in to here. He's not going to disturb the pooches at this stage. I don't have any other cards that can help out. So that's all he will do. Right. Again, there's no alert enemies on the board here, so I'm not worried about any of them. Let's do a +1 basic move for Red Hawk with Sneak. So she'll get to go into the same spot here, and I'll pop her over there so you can see her. And then she will draw 2 cards. And that's everyone. All right, so that's the end of the round. Again, there's no one on the board, so far, so good. Now, can Quentin open the lock? Ooh. All right, Sarge, what have you got? So I think this time Sarge will go first. Will he? Yes, so Sarge will go first. He will this time use advance to go +1 to his basic move. So he'll go into here. He can stand over there with Claudine. And then he'll draw 2 cards for his final basic action. Oh man. All right, Quentin. Okay, Quentin will. Now, I'm worried about this tracking bomber. See, the tracking bomber, when it blows up, does 1 damage. So there's a little tracking bomber just up here. I'll put him there in that room. So he's probably going to cause damage to that lead scientist who we're trying to rescue and get out the door. So if I throw a grenade, so I can sort of shoot the tracking bomber and it will cause 1 damage to everything in there, including the 601, which is good because this has 2 wounds. Tracking bomber blows up and causes 1 wound to everything. There are 2 soldiers in there behind this door. I'll just do a little bit of a camera refit for you. Let's just give you the full situation right now. There you go. So that's what we're looking at in that final room. So, look, we just have to go in and see if we can survive the massacre. We've got plenty of grenades and things, and then if the alarm goes off, it doesn't really matter. This is where I should stop the video and try 12 different scenarios until I get it right, just with the dice rolls. There is some serious tension here. Okay, Quentin, you're up, my man. So Quentin's going to go into there as his first basic action. So he's hero number 2. He's going to try and open that lock without disturbing who's on the other side. So 3. This is only a 2 dice door. That's handy. I thought it was a 3er, but no, it's definitely only a 2. Oh no. Oh. Okay, he's going to re-roll 1. It's for 0, and that becomes a 2. Let's see what happens. He has to re-roll 1 die, so he'll re-roll the 2. No noise again. Quentin, you are a legend. So he's unlocked the door, and nobody knows. They're all just milling about inside saying, pass me the schnapps, Helmut. And that's actually a helmet that you pour the schnapps into and you drink out of. It's not the guy's name. All right, so he's unlocked the door. So I think that's his two basic turns. He's got basically no cards left. He's got 2 cards left, which are his original fate cards. Alrighty. Now I need to shoot this tracking bomber, I think. So just so you can see, here's the tracking bomber. Has an ablative shield, so it's immune to grenade attacks. If the bomber makes a melee attack or is wounded by a ranged attack, it explodes. This causes a boom and inflicts a wound on all units in the area. The bomber is destroyed. Note that a bomber does not explode if it's wounded in melee. So I need to shoot that thing and it will blow up, kill the soldiers inside, do 1 wound on the scientist and 1 wound on the 601. But he will cause the alarm to go off, and then it's a matter of trying to run out the door. So far I've had the perfect mission. I don't want to stuff it up from here. So, it has no hands. It can't open or unlock doors, and it gains fast if it has line of sight to heroes, which I think just means it can go 2 spaces instead of 1. Oh man, we have to guarantee a kill when we open the door. So who is going to open the door? Still only round 3. Lethal attacks. So Red Hawk's really good at lethal attacks, and she's got heaps of armor. Tracking bomb has a shield of 6. Yep. So this is where we do the perfect roll for Red Hawk, I think. Or it could be Claudine. No, Claudine doesn't have enough cards, but she can get contributions from Red Hawk. So if Claudine opens the door, she could then use burst, but then Sarge also has a burst weapon. So burst allows you to keep rolling dice and just kill things off. So, in the same area. What do we do? What do we do? Who is it, guys? Who is it? I think it's going to be Red Hawk because she can do some shooting and she can also move in and polish off anything in there. All right, Red Hawk, come on. Let's open the door. 1. So the door swings open. The noise says, add 3 dice to your total. Oh no. 2 noise in total. Nothing happens. We now have to, these guys are all going to become alert. And we need to spawn 2 little greeny soldiers. The first is 2 soldiers. The second is 1 soldier. I promise you I shuffled all these and I did not stack the deck. So there's a cast of thousands in there. However, Red Hawk is now going to shoot. Lucky there wasn't a zombie because they'd have to kill the zombie first. So she's going to aim at that tracking bomber. So it's immune to grenade attacks. If I can just kill it, it's going to cause a lot of damage. All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. So she's going to make a... What's she going to do? Now, Red Hawk has focused, which means she can re-roll 1 die per attack action. So she's got a good chance here. All right, and she's got heaps with her, so this should be easy. Should be easy, but hey. Make a +1 lethal ranged attack. So she will be using her accurate rifle, which normally rolls 3 dice for 2 noise. So she gets to roll 4. 4 dice. Accurate just means you can draw line of sight through other enemies in a closer area. 4 dice, here we go. Don't forget the 2 noise, Greg. Okay, that becomes a 2, and we can re-roll one. Oh, sorry, we can roll another. Tracking bomber, go boom. Now when a tracking bomber goes boom, it causes 1 wound on all units in this area. How about that? So pre-alarm, the boom triggers the mission tracker to advance 2 rounds. So we got 1 boom. So the alarm has gone off. This is where it gets interesting. However, I'll finish off the big boom. So we've got 1 wound for everything in there. So the soldiers are all dead. 3 soldiers are dead. 1, 2, 3. Everything in the building is now alert, so I'm going to have to do a lot of spawning here in a second. And the 601 and the scientist both take a wound. All right, so there's quite a number of steps that take place when the alarm is triggered. So what happens is we finish the current action or enemy turn, so not the hero turn. So Red Hawk doesn't get to keep going. She's basically finished. Then we go to the end of the round phase for that round. So the end of the round phase says, once all heroes have had a turn, the enemy's had a turn after each hero. There's an end of round phase. So any player with fewer than 5 cards draws 1. Well, I forgot that for drawing cards over the last couple of rounds for Quentin and Claudine. So forgive that one, the drawing the cards bit. But I had plenty of cards for Sergeant Red Hawk the whole time anyway, so I'm not too fussed about that. So I could have had extra cards for the other guys. Once the alarm triggers, we place a round marker on the alarm, which I've already done. Trigger all remaining spawn tokens on the map, remove all awareness level tokens, and replace the pre-alarm noise deck with the post-alarm noise deck. So we sort of go from these grey cards now to these red ones. So this is the post-alarm ones. And they will have more dire consequences, because obviously everyone in the place is gagging to kill us now. The spawn deck doesn't change though. Alright, so now I'm going to spawn everything on the board. So let's do this guy here. So he's just a little green oney. A is an officer. So he goes there. Let's do this one. I'll just go clockwise around the board. So this is a 3, so it's an E and an F, which is a 6XX and a 601. I'll adjust the camera in a minute so you can see what I'm placing. Let's go a bit wider now. There you go. 6XX and a 601. Done that one. Do the far one over here. So again, that's a 3er. That's an AFF, so that's an officer and 2 601s. Officer and 2 601s. This one is a BB, 2 soldiers in there. This last little guy back here, he's been hiding out the whole time. Here's a B. So one little soldier back in there. Sorry about that. All right, now there's every chance I get something wrong in this interface because this is one of the more confusing ones because when you read it, it says to do things in a slightly odd order, but that's okay. That's probably my understanding, not the rule book. Then it says end all ongoing action card effects, which is true. Then the enemy immediately takes a free turn outside of the normal turn sequence. Action stations alert enemies on the map move. Do this on the order listed on the faction card. All right, well let's do it that way. So this officer here is going to open this door because this is the closest way. All right, so that's his one. This officer here will open this door. Let's open it that way. Right, so there's no more officers on the board. Soldiers. So this soldier here will open this door. These soldiers are going to move here because they're trying to catch up to us. There's no other soldiers. There's no zombies. No dogs. Experiment 6XX. So this experiment, there's only one 6XX, which is here. It's going to open this door. Then 601s will go. So these two are going to leap into here. This one will leap into here. And this one will leap into here. So we've got hundreds and thousands of 6XXs. Now one of these is wounded. Now the lead scientist, we've got soldiers, tracking bombers, there's no, so that's, I'm pretty sure that's everything on the board has now moved. Our lead scientist is a coward and he won't move into the same area as a hero. So he's going to stay where he is. He could now run out that door. I still don't know why he doesn't. But that's okay. So you can spend an action to leave an area, so you don't have to stay there and tackle everything. And all the heroes can escape as long as there's a path, an uninterrupted path to the door. So I'm just wondering now if we could just open that door and get out. So let's have a look at that little escort token. So a unit with an escort keyword can be escorted by a hero. Hero may spend a basic action to escort a unit by placing this token onto one of their slots. So the hero can add this token to the dashboard. When not assigned to the dashboard, the escort token will move with the associated miniature. When being escorted, the unit moves with the hero. If the hero is knocked back, they're knocked back and they drop the token. The hero may use the give action item to escort another. So basically, someone just has to pick up this token here and walk out that door and he will follow. So I'm just wondering if I've got enough moves to actually just get out the door. I don't have to fight these units at all. So you can move out of an area with an action. You can't just move through an area of enemies in the same action. So Quentin is actually going to go through here. So noisy doors don't really matter anymore because everyone's alert, but patrols could appear. So that's Quentin's one basic action. Then his second basic action, he's going to open this door. Wow. He's going to re-roll one. A lot of noise now. What's that? That is 7. Discard a card. We've hit the threshold. All right. That's good though, so we can see what this is. Quentin has discarded God Save the Queen and Vicious. So get out. So at spots barracks A and C, we're going to get 2 3 spawners, A and C. So let's do A first. 2 C's and an F. Two zombies and a 601. Well, there are no more 601s. So that's A, which is way over here. Okay, and the other one, which was C, 2 F's and an I, 2 601s and a soldier. So there, so that's not much really, because all the baddies are already on the board. But Quentin did open the door, but he's had his 2 actions. So he did a move and a door. So he can't do anything else. Now I've just changed the camera angles around a little bit so you can see what's going on. But I'm assuming this guy's still an enemy, so I don't believe that Quentin could do any ranged attacks out of there, because you can't do ranged when you're in melee. So even though he's trying to rescue this guy, he's essentially taking him by force. He's escorting him out. So that will be the end of his turn. So now it's the everyone else gets to go again. So it's a bit of a movement phase. So officers first. This officer will not enter. He's a coward. This officer will move to there. That's the only officers. All right. Soldiers. This guy will go to there. This guy will go to here. These 2 will actually come into this room, even though they're better from distance. They're going to run into the room and go, "Hey guys, what you doing?" Zombies. So these guys will come in here as well. Experiment 6XX. Well, they're not going to move. Sorry, this one is a 6XX. He will move into there. 601s won't be moving. Everyone else has moved, I believe. So now we do all alert enemies that can attack will do so. So we go officers first. So this officer can't see, that guy can. So he rolls 4 dice for ranged, and he's going to aim at, let's say Claudine. 2 and a reroll. 6, that's 9. Come on, Claudine. 4 is a difference of 5. She could use a shield, but I think it's too early. So we'll draw a wound. Oh, she's definitely hit the threshold anyway, so she has a hand limit of 5 at the end of her turn. Right, soldiers. We now have 2 soldiers. They have 3 in melee and a support of 2, so that'll be 5 dice for the 2 soldiers that are in there. Again at Claudine. That's 6. She'll roll 2. That's a star. She can spend a star. Do you stand down to negate the attack? So no damage. Well done, Claudine. No zombies. 6XX. So there is a 6XX in there. He rolls 6 dice. He's going to pick Claudine as well. I don't know why they're all picking on her, but that's the way it is. Whoop! 1 went missing. 2, 4. That was a 1. 6, 12. That's a 2. I think she's just going to have to cop this one. She's going to drop 2 items. She actually did have a helmet, which I forgot about, so she can actually roll 1 more die. I don't think it's going to make any difference. 3, 5, not going to make any difference, so she will drop 2 items, and her limit, item limit is reduced to 3. So she no longer has the helmet. Okay, now the 601s, they are going to roll So that's 8 for one and plus 4 for the others. Dear. So that's 8. That's going to be 20 dice. I think we'll just assume... Oh, no, she's only going to roll... So I'm going to assume she gets hit for a lot. I'm just going to see if my 2 dice can roll a star and negate the attack. No. So she's wounded. She can only take 1 basic action per turn now, and she has to remove a card from the game. I think what she's going to do right now Claudine is going to play Sacre Bleu. Play after you draw a wound card, move 1. So she's actually going to move into here. So she can do that even though it's not her turn. So that's the 601s have gone. That's it. That's all those dudes have gone on her. Oh, that was still on Quentin's turn. So if any of you are thinking I should now make Claudine go next, pick up the token and walk out the door, unfortunately the wound she just took says she can only take 1 basic action per turn. And it takes 1 to pick up the escort token. So that won't be happening. Instead, I think Sarge will just... Sarge can soak up a few attacks. So I think Red Hawk will go in, pick up the token, and that'll be the end of her turn. So at the end of her turn, we get another whole rigmarole of moving. So this officer here will open this door. This soldier will march through. That officer won't do anything. This soldier will go into here. What else have we got? They're already in there. They're not going to move because there's still a hero there. These guys will go in here. Now I did neglect to move the turn track marker up 1 spot as the first round of the alarm phase. So I think that's everyone that can move. So officers will go first. So this officer will shoot for 4 at Sarge. Come on, Sarge. Oh, it's looking a bit nasty. This is going to hurt. 3, 5, 8, 9. Let's draw a wound card. No effect. Ooh. At the start of your turn, draw a wound card and resolve the top effect and then discard it. We can take that one. So that's the officers. Soldiers. There's 2 soldiers in melee, so that's 3 dice plus 2. Again, going at Sarge, that's only 3. Sarge is not going to do anything about that. Let's take a 3. Discard heroic point. He doesn't have one, and we don't hit the threshold, so nothing happens. Who else is in there? We've got the 6XX, which rolls 6 dice. That's 2, 4. What's that? That's 8, 9, 10. I don't have defense, so 10 it is. I better roll the 2 dice though. Don't think I even rolled defense dice before. That's okay. He's tough. So that's 8. Discard 1 card or drop an item. He'll discard a card. Easy. And now the 601s. So again, that's still 20 dice. So we're going to assume he's hit and injured. I'm not going to be able to defend that. That's just crazy. And I can't play immediate cards. Not really what I was hoping for. So cannot play instant cards. All right, it is what it is. Okay, so that is the enemy phase. I'm hoping this is it now. So Sarge will do a basic move into here. He will play Listen Up. Another hero on the same time I take one basic free action. They cannot play a feat action card. So the basic action will be Red Hawk moving out the door and taking this guy with him. Oh my lordy. Now you can see by my change of top, I shot that over 2 days because I had to go away and think about it for half an hour at a time. It was crazy, very intense, very enjoyable. I've played it 3 different ways down the different paths, and it's been different every time. And that's probably the fastest I've been able to get out. So that's Reichman for the job, mission number 2 from Reichbusters from Mythic Games. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. We'll see you guys soon. Cheers.